Hello guys, this is Glenn from Sydney CBD Repair Centre, and today we're going to perform a screen replacement on this Moto G30. And you can see that 1/3 of the screen is black. It's not usable. So first off, we're going to remove the back cover. It's not held on by adhesives. It is made of plastic and it's attached through these clips on the sides of the chassis. So it's like hugging it from the back. It's attached with the adhesive though. We can see that later on the sides. There's adhesives that somehow protects it from water ingress. And right on top, it's really tricky because there's a flex cable attached to the main board, so you just don't force it out. Take your time so we don't damage this flex cable that we're about to see here. Right there. And the connector, before you can remove that flex cable, you still have to remove the shroud that covers the main board. So we're gonna unscrew all the screws that you can see on this top layer and use the camera slot to access some of those screws. And we're gonna peel off some of the adhesives you can see here and try to lift it up. So this one is also made of plastic. And then we're gonna also peel off some adhesive strips on top of the device. And a remaining screw at the middle of this mainboard shroud. Try to lift it up. Careful not to damage the flex cable. And now we're gonna detach it so we can fully access the back of the device. And now we're going to remove the cover for the main board. This is the connector for the battery. This is the connector for the display. There's also another connector at the bottom board or the daughter board. But for now, we can test if the replacement display is good or working with the main board. Let's try to turn it on. And it does. You can see the Motorola logo. And it's booting up really nicely. Touchscreen is also responsive. You can swipe it up and down. Camera, back and front are all working. We'll try to shut it down for now, but unfortunately we can't. But that is no problem. We'll still have to attach the secondary connector for the daughter board, as you can see later. But now we just have to detach the battery connector and it will shut the phone down. Detach the connector for the display and it's off. We're gonna continue removing the screws for this daughter board shroud. This one is a smaller board at the bottom of the battery. And it's gonna show the connector for charging, the charging port, and some microphones. Also held on by some adhesives. This is good. And now we're gonna remove the battery. The battery is pretty wide, so be careful not to bend it and not to puncture it because it's gonna explode or cause some fire. You can see that there's a black flex cable underneath the battery. It's also attached to the chassis. That's the connector for the display. And this one is the secondary connector also for the display, which is why we can't shut the phone down a while ago. And now we're going to remove the screen. So we're going to slowly pry it from the sides. Mind you that it's now damaged, so although we won't be using this later on, we still have to be very careful because broken glass is still broken glass. It can fling to your eye and cause some serious injury. So utmost care is still needed. Now it's off, we can now clean off the sides of the device from the dried up glue residue and of course smaller glass shards. David is scraping it clean so that we can install or apply fresh liquid glue. We're gonna put a generous amount on the side. And then right after that, attach the replacement display. We're gonna route the flex cable, the main one, through the slot, and then the smaller one to the smaller slot. Align it and then position and press it in. The replacement display is successfully installed. We're gonna attach the connectors now, both for the main board and the daughter board, before we can install the battery. And we're off to the full reassembly. So if you like this video, guys, if you want to try to fix your own Moto G30 or your own smartphone, we have some other videos for iPhones and Samsung devices and even Asus ROG phones. But the problem with having a DIY repair on your own device is the risk of you damaging it more. So even though you just have to replace the battery, you might come into some issues like you crack the display while you're opening it, or you got impatient and snapped a cable while removing mainboard shroud or cover. So if you don't want the hassle of doing your own repair, you can head on to your local repair service that doesn't rip you off, like Sydney CBD Repair Centre. David here offers competitive rates for repairs, which is kind of rare nowadays. So very reasonable price, professional service. You can see here it's now working. So if you want this quality of repair on your own device, leave a message for us so we can do the repair for you. And now we're done. Hope you enjoyed this, guys. See you next time. Cheers.
If you want your smartphone fixed for a very reasonable price, you may contact Sydney CBD Repair Centre. We also provide mail-in repair services for customers outside of Australia or Sydney. Just message us so we can arrange the shipping of your device.